This is a continuation of the previous video where I talked about the basics of drawing a tree. In the previous video, we didn't talk about the leaves. We were just talking about the tree trunk and its shape and the way to achieve that, and then the branches. But this video, we're going to talk about a way to depict where these branches go up into the leaves of a tree. And we'll start out with the real basics. So we'll just do a little drawing here. And what we'll do is we'll say that this represents a branch, and then that line basically represents leaves that are on the branch or over the branch. So very simple. We have a branch, and then we have this section where there will be leaves. And in order to make it look like the branches go up underneath the leaves, and so that you can see layers of leaves hanging all around the tree, this is what we're going to do. So the branch, because the sunlight would be coming down from the top, so the branch would have shadow on that. And remember, I think it's better if you can contour, see if you give curves to these lines. That makes it more interesting because the branch is a cylinder. And then behind the branch would be darker values. So that's step one. You wouldn't do this on the drawing. This is just showing you that you have a section of leaves above and a branch going into those leaves. And by doing this, you can see that it gives the appearance that this branch is underneath those leaves and that the leaves are in the foreground. So let's take it a step further. Let's have a branch growing up. And then instead of just that line, let's do something more representative of kind of the shape of leaves, like that. And imagine these lines, they're like a silhouette. So the branch is disappearing up into the leaves. So we'll darken things behind here, behind the branch. And then we'll take the branch itself, and then we'll get shadow on the branch. And see, just by depicting that like that, see how much of an improvement this is over that? Okay, now let's go even a little bit further with it. Let's have the branch off, as branches do. Let's say that's in front of that one, just for interest. And then instead of just this kind of abstract silhouette type line for leaves on this one, let's draw leaves. And it doesn't matter, see, the leaves can be different sizes, different shapes, but we're still, this section of leaves here is still just an improvement over that shape or that shape. It's just that it's giving itself a little more of a realistic depiction. So now again, we'll do the same thing. We'll darken in. We're going to do one more step here. You'll see it's even beyond this, but it's just as easy. So we'll darken this in. Behind the branches. Like that. And then we will give some shadow on the branches. Some nice contoured lines. And it'll be the darkest up where it penetrates into all the foliage, and then it gets lighter as it extends down. Like that, see? Okay. So we went from that to this. Now step 4 is going to be the branches. Let's take a little more time and do something here. And this is what's so fun about drawing the trees, is I can make the branches do whatever I want them to do. Nobody's gonna critique my drawing and say that I didn't draw that branch right. Okay, then we'll do the leaves. Like I said, I told you in step 4 there was gonna be one added element to it to take it just a step further. And what that is that imagine that if you have a tree with this canopy of leaves on it, or a section of the tree with these branches, that in the background you would see the silhouette of the leaves on the other side. So instead of just leaving, no pun intended, this darkness behind the branches, do that. We'll create a shape that kind of represents a distant section of leaves. So when we fill in all this now, we'll fill it in to make it seem like it's leaves in the background. Now I'm doing this fast for the video because I want you to understand the concept and not get bored. But what you would do is, and if you were using a pencil, is you could take your time and you could really add some interest to how you wanted this silhouette back here. You know, you could just do it how you want to. Like that. And then again, we'll draw the branches. I've changed direction, see, with the contour around the branches. I kind of, even though the value, the darkness and lightness is close on the branches to what's behind it in the shadow, but because you've changed the direction of the pencil or the pen lines, it makes it seem like it's something different. It carries up and helps you realize that. So there you have it, just a quick review. What our goal was is to show the way that a tree would have its branches disappear into the leaves, and you could indicate the leaves. And you understand that the branch goes up with shadow, and then we just worked on different ways to depict the leaves with more and more elements, you could call them, of the drawing. So you can see how fun this would be, and you could see how the possibilities are unlimited in what you can do with these branches and these leaves. So I hope that helps. Thank you.